So I was tagged on a challenge by Lynn at Bucket List Homestead. The challenge is to answer some questions about myself. So I will give you some answers and then I have to tag 3 other channels that hopefully will follow along. First question is, what are my 2 favorite ice cream flavors? Well, really, I'm not an ice cream guy. I like chocolate, so I guess chocolate ice cream. I'm more the kind of guy that's gonna eat like Oreo chocolate blizzards or chocolate sundaes. Second question is, what's my favorite flower? Well, since I want to grow food, I want to grow animals, I guess my favorite flower would be sunflower. I don't really have any specific kind, as long as it's a flower that grows tall, brings many seeds. It's food for the chicken, it's food for ourselves. It's a good pollinator. Sunflowers. If I could have any animal as a pet and cost was not a factor, what would it be? I guess I'll have to say horse. It's kind of out of the blue, but they're a fascinating animal. It's not only the cost, but it's time consuming, really. So, I mean, if none of that was an issue, I'd select the horse. What's my favorite dish to have when I have company over? When I can, I like to cook salmon with potatoes and a bunch of veggies cooked on the barbecue. That's so good. What's my all-time favorite movie? That's a tough one. I guess I would have to calculate that in terms of how many times I've watched a movie. I'm a fan of movies that are out of the ordinary, science fiction, fantasy, and stuff like that. For a long time, it was The Matrix. All the Marvel movies come in that category also, so I love pretty much all of them. The one, though, that I've probably watched more than any other movie is Underworld Evolution. That's the second movie of the Underworld. Well, it's not a trilogy anymore. I think they've got 5 movies, but yeah, Underworld Evolution is probably the one that I've watched the most time. What's my favorite book or favorite book series? Well, I'm not the kind of person that likes to read. I guess anything I read has to be something that I can learn from, so I have to say the book that I read the other day about being self-sustainable for a family of 4 on a quarter-acre farming and gardening. So one of the books I showed in my previous video, so I'll try to put a link up here. What's my favorite fictional character and why? I think my favorite one would be Captain America because he was brave even before he got his powers. He would stand up and keep on fighting even though he had no powers, no strength. And now that he's got all those skills, he's still the same person at heart. So that would be my favorite fictional character right there. What's my favorite thing to grow in a garden? I have to say squash. Because they're easy, they grow big plants, and yet they grow big vegetables. So this has to be one of my favorite ones. It's a new vegetable that I tasted for the first time last year, and I simply love it. Most of us have made a seed inventory by now. What seed do you still want to buy? That's a tricky one, because I have to admit, I am addicted to buying seeds. I didn't plan on becoming like this. It all started so suddenly. I first bought seeds because I wanted to try. Peer pressure. And then it was just one more pack and one more pack and one more pack. But now it's, whenever I have a chance, I buy more seeds. So much more seeds. And these are all new seeds that you haven't seen since the last video. Okay, I'm gonna try to be serious now. I don't really have any seed that I want to buy. It's just that whenever I see something new, I feel like I have to buy it. That's pretty much it. I don't really need anything else. What are the 3 activities that I look forward to every year? Well, I'm a homesteader, so it wouldn't be fair if I didn't say gardening. That's the first one. Not necessarily my favorite one. I'm not going to say them in order of preference, but I'm guessing the 3 answers are pretty much equal. So gardening, fishing, hunting. What's my favorite hot beverage in the winter? If you would have asked me that question last year, I would have probably said coffee. I just like the warmth on my hands when I drink, a hot beverage in the morning. It gives a comfort feeling. And I can't drink coffee at night because, I'm gonna be counting the sheep still at 4 o'clock in the morning. So I had to find something else for later at night. And I have to say it's chamomile tea. I love it. Tastes so good. So that would be my answer. If I woke up and there was snow on the ground, what would I do? Well, to be fair, I have about 7-8 feet of snow on the ground right now. I feel like crying every morning. I hate it. But then I remember that if I wanted to go south, where there's no snow, I would need to deal with spiders, snakes. Also don't like alligators and crocodiles. So I'm good in Canada. I'm good where there's snow. I have to deal with it, but it's not that bad. Ish. It is bad, but we deal with it. So I'm gonna put those questions in the description below, and I'm gonna tag 3 different channels to take on that challenge. You have to use the hashtag GalesQuestions22 and answer 13 questions or 12 questions plus tag 3 other channels. So I am challenging Marilyn at the little homestead by the beach. I will be challenging Tracy at Tehan141 Homestead, and I will also challenge Me and You Acres. It doesn't matter if it's Mike taking on the challenge or Angie. It's gonna be fun to see whoever does it. So here it is. Let's have some fun with this, and hope you guys can rise up to the challenge. See you next time.